Oh, wow, okay. Got all kinds of stuff here. Maybe I'll just hold this. Okay. Good morning. I am Councilmember Maggie Ballard, filling in for Mayor Whipple. He is in Minneapolis on the Wichita Chamber of Commerce city-to-city trip. The trip is facilitated to visit another city or region in order to introduce business and community leaders to innovative projects and best practices that may be adapted and implemented in our own community. I am so thrilled to be at the Wichita Art Museum today, which resides in my district, District 6. With us is the new Art Museum Director and Chief Executive Officer, Ann Crable. She is discussing this morning 2 new exhibitions opening Saturday entitled Alfred Maurer, the Works on Paper from the Frederick R. Weissman Museum of Art Collection, American Masterpieces on Paper from the Wichita Art Museum Collection. Ann, would you like to tell us more?
Thank you, Councilmember Maggie Ballard. It's a pleasure to have you here at the museum. We are thrilled to be opening a new major exhibition this Saturday called Paper Dreams, Alfred Maurer and American Masterpieces. With Paper Dreams, we've continued the riches of 2 nationally prominent American art collections, one in Minneapolis and the other right here in Wichita. The City of Wichita's art collection cared for and showcased here at the Wichita Art Museum. I'd like to invite our curator, Dr. Tara Hedrick, who will share more about these 2 beautifully paired exhibitions. Tara.
Thank you so much, Ann, and thank you everybody for being here today. So Paper Dreams, as we mentioned, sort of combines 2 smaller exhibitions into one big exhibition that features works on paper, and the art in both of these smaller pieces is from the same period, about 1900 and 1950. And this was an extraordinarily dynamic moment in American art when American artists were exposed to different kinds of European modernism. They saw all of this kind of art in other parts of the world that really disrupted American art and how American artists thought art was supposed to go. So one half of the exhibition features the work of Alfred Maurer from the Weissman Art Museum at the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis. And Maurer was this really fascinating, important artist at the beginning of the 20th century. He went to Paris, he hobnobbed with all of these important European art luminaries, and that half of the show gives us a real deep dive into one artist and kind of the ways in which paper was perfect for experimentation. Now, the other half of the exhibition features works from Wham's own permanent collection, and I must say, real gems, real jewels, real superstars, works that everyone will love, people like Edward Hopper, Andrew Wyeth, Charles Birchfield, John Marin, and we're really particularly proud of this work, of this part of the exhibition. These superstars from Wham are not out very much because they are works on paper, and works on paper are among the most fragile artworks that live at any museum, particularly because they're extremely light sensitive. And really in the museum biz, we say that works on paper need to be in the dark, in the cool and in the dark for 2/3 of their lives and only out about 1/3 of the time. So hopefully this is a remarkable opportunity for everybody to come, see these works on paper, see this extraordinary guy, Alfred Maurer, and his work, and also beloved gems from the Wichita Art Museum collection. And now I'll toss it back to Ann.
Thank you, Tara. Although I am new to this city, I have already seen this community's generosity, and I've met the wonderful patrons and donors who stepped forward to help bring this exhibition to Wichita. This includes our important presenting sponsor, the Koch Family Foundation. The Shaw Family Foundation provided another major underwriting gift, and generous support has also been provided by Ann and Martin Bauer, Louise Barron, Sue and Fred Berry, Emily Bonivia, the DeVore Foundation, Helen and Ed Healy, Sandra Langall, and Georgia and Keith Stevens. All of the exhibitions that we have here at Wham and the public programs that accompany them are generously supported by the Downing Family Foundation. The wonderful friends of the Wichita Art Museum, our loyal volunteer group, support all of our exhibitions as well. We also receive generous support from you, the City of Wichita, and we truly value this relationship. I would also like to thank the entire staff of the Wichita Art Museum for all they have done to realize this exhibition, but in particular, I'd like to thank the curatorial and preparator team, including our curator, Tara Hedrick, our Sarah Check curatorial intern, Mary Francis, and our guest curator of prints and drawings, Riley Schaub, registrar Christy Reese, manager of imaging and installation, Kirk Eck, senior preparator, Rebecca Williams, and art handlers, Joey Racones and Mason Monagold. Our team here at the museum has planned a full day of activities and events during the exhibition opening day for Paper Dreams, which will be this Saturday, October 15th, starting at 11 a.m. I invite you and all of your families, along with the citizens of Wichita, to WHAM for a free day of art making, live music by Jazz Play from the Wichita Jazz Festival, and performances by the Wichita Children's Theater and Dance Center. Both of these organizations are really important partners to WHAM, and so we're thrilled to have them with us on Saturday to celebrate this exhibition opening. And if you arrive at the museum when we open, don't miss the Friends of Wichita Art Museum's mini used book sale that starts at 10 a.m. I'm really excited to be a part of WHAM and the Wichita community, and I look forward to welcoming you all here on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. We will get a sneak peek tour of the exhibit after the briefing. Speaking of art, the City of Wichita has prioritized the revitalization of Commerce and St. Francis Streets in downtown Wichita and provided a robust budget for public art and aesthetic components. We are seeking local artists to design, fabricate, and install artwork that celebrates the Commerce District's creative legacy. Beginning this week, the project team, led by Trans Systems with Landscape Architecture by LK Architecture and Public Art Administration by Splice, is seeking local artists to design, fabricate, and install site-specific, provocative work that celebrates the district's grassroots creative legacy while also encouraging its evolution. The chosen artists will choose with the project team and stakeholders to identify potential locations and features for public art and for functional artist-designed components with the expectation of exploring unconventional approaches and innovative solutions. The deadline for submissions is November 7th. Please submit all responses in PDF to info@commercedistrictart.com or by visiting commercedistrictart.com. As we get into cold and flu season, it's important that our community takes steps to stay healthy. The United Way is sponsoring an event in partnership with the University of Kansas School of Pharmacy in Wichita to offer free flu shot clinics for those who are unemployed, uninsured, or unable to pay for ages 3 and older. I welcome up Aubrey Mentis from United Way of the Plains and Dylan Montgomery with the the KU School of Pharmacy to tell us more. Aubrey?
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. Good morning. As Councilwoman Ballard indicated earlier, my name is Aubrey Mentis, and I am with United Way of the Plains. I am the Community Impact Manager for Health. I'm pleased to join you today to talk about Operation Immunization. It's another beautiful fall day in October, and since it's that time of the year, I think it's time for us to think about flu season. Most flu activity starts in October and peaks between December and February. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, an estimated 5,000 flu deaths took place last year in the United States. And there were 100,000 flu-related hospitalizations. There were also 4 million flu-related medical visits and 9 million flu illnesses. A flu shot protects your health and the well-being of those around you. People with long-term medical conditions, pregnant women, and young children are more likely to have complications from influenza, as are those who are 65 or older. United Way of the Plains has once again provided the funding to purchase 1,000 flu shots. This year, for the uninsured and underinsured. To keep our community healthy, our partners at the KU School of Pharmacy have set aside a day in October to administer them. We appreciate the dedication of these students in keeping our community healthy by organizing these vaccinations clinics, and here to tell you more about Operation Immunization and where to find your free flu shots is Dylan Montgomery from the KU School of Medicine.
Thank you, Aubrey. My name's Dylan Montgomery. I'm a third-year pharmacy student at the KU School of Pharmacy satellite campus here in Wichita, and I'm one of the organizers for the immunization event here this Saturday, October 15th. Along with fellow students and practitioners from the community, we're going to be administering flu vaccines at no cost at 5 different locations in Wichita, including the Grace Med Clinic, the Guadalupe Clinic on South St. Francis, the Guadalupe South Clinic on Hillside, the Health Corps Clinic, as well as Hunter Health. At this year's immunization clinic, we have over 40 students and 15 pharmacists from the school and the community that have volunteered their time. Saturday alone, the amount of volunteer hours that are going to be present is over 200 plus, as well as all of the time that we've spent communicating with our partners as well as planning the event. I would say that most of the clinics operate from 9 in the morning until 1 p.m., but if you want additional information on times of the clinics, you can check the social media channels for the United Way of the Plains for that additional information. The influenza vaccines are available to those 3 and older, and we are especially targeting the populations underinsured or those that just simply can't pay. So anyone, if you want to come and get a flu vaccine, please feel free to come on Saturday. Please help us spread the word and invite your neighbors, your friends, and others who would benefit from these vaccines. And I would like to thank the United Way for their generous contribution, as well as Dylan's for helping donate some of the supplies for our event. And additionally, I would like to thank all the clinics for volunteering their space so that we can administer these vaccines. Thank you.
Thank you both. The city is a strong supporter of the United Way, and if you can, we encourage donating or volunteering to support all they do for our community. I want to thank everyone for engaging in the police candidate search so far. We had a robust forum on Tuesday night. The candidates have been in town since Monday, meeting with community groups, internal and external stakeholders, and community leaders. Since arriving on Monday, they have met with Visit Wichita, the Greater Wichita Partnership, WPD leadership and command staff, WPD employees, the Fraternal Order of Police, the City Council, the Racial Profiling Board, city department heads. They went on a tour of our city and all the police substations, had additional meetings with Community Review Committee, met with our local chapter of NAACP, and of course the Tuesday Forum. We anticipate having a decision on the final choice by the end of the month. Finally, this Friday, October 14th, 5,000 randomly selected recipients from all 6 districts will receive postcards in the mail. Individuals selected to fill out the survey will receive a postcard in the mail offering for them to fill out a survey. On October 21st, a second letter will come in the mail with a survey on paper should they choose to fill it out physically. The survey is similar to surveys that have been administered in the past. Our change for the future is that the survey will be administered on a more frequent basis, changing from biannual to annual. Another change to the survey is asking residents to rank their top priorities in addition to rating service delivery. It is administered by Polco and will help us gauge feedback on priorities and concerns for the city. We are trying to expand and grow the ways that we listen and respond to feedback in the community, and we encourage everyone who receives a survey to please fill it out. Unfortunately, to ensure the scientific accuracy of the community, there is currently not a citywide survey option. It is something we will continue to look into. With that, I will questions and then tour the exhibit. Anyone have any questions? Okay, thank you guys for coming.